There are some nights your mind just won't let you sleep, especially when you see a picture of your crush with their new admirer. Suddenly your chest aches, it feels like a needle pricked you, it hurts so much, it hurts to think that you're not the one beside them. You're not the reason for their smiles in that picture, because you dreamed. You dreamed of being first in their heart. You wanted to be the main character in the first chapter of their love story. You should have been the first love, the kind they'd never forget. But here you are now, just staring at your phone screen, scrolling through comments, reading things like "you guys are perfect" and "hope you end up together." Every word you read adds another pang to your heart. You feel like you lost a battle you hadn't even started. You think, what if I was first? What if I was braver? Your dream of being the first and only one suddenly turned into a bitter question. Why is it so hard to accept that someone else got there first? Why do we have to feel this kind of jealousy? Jealousy is a strange feeling. It's like you're drowning in a sea of what-ifs. What if you confessed sooner? What if you showed more interest? So many questions, but no answers that can make you feel better. All you know is that it hurts. It hurts to see the person you're dreaming of, happy with someone else. It's hard to fight the feeling that something that was never yours was taken from you. You want to be angry, but at whom? At them, at your rival, or at yourself for being a coward. And in the middle of all the confusion and pain, you just start to wonder. Maybe this is just how it is. Maybe we don't get everything we want. But the most painful part is accepting that your dream of being special to them will remain just a dream. The spot you wanted to claim in their heart is already taken by someone else. And as you stare at their picture again, you just sigh. What about you now? How will you start over when your heart is already broken before you even fully loved? Because of the pain you're feeling, an idea suddenly popped into your head, an idea that seemed like a solution to all your problems. I don't want to lose again, you whisper to yourself. I don't want to feel the pain of regret again. So here's your plan. You'll court them all. Yes, you read that right. All your crushes, you'll try to court them. It's like you're placing many bets in a race. If you don't win with one, you still have a chance with others. In your mind, this is the best strategy so you won't be left hanging again. Your logic is simple. If you're courting many people, you have more options. You won't be at a disadvantage anymore. You won't mope in a corner when someone gets there before you. You have a backup. You have a plan B, plan C, and if needed, all the way to plan Z. You're like a soldier carrying many bullets in the middle of a war. You won't run out. You won't lose. This plan of yours seems like a perfect weapon against the fear and jealousy that are slowly eating you up. This is the answer to make sure that in the end, someone will catch you. You've started your plan. You messaged Crush A. You asked Crush B out. You sent memes to Crush C. With every chat you start, you feel stronger. You feel like you're in control of the situation. You're no longer the loser just feeling emotional in your room. Now you're the main character. You're in control. Every reply from them feels like a small victory. Every scene that turns into typing is music to your ears. Finally, you feel like you matter again. But as you do this, a small voice inside you whispers, "Is this right?" You keep telling yourself that you're just doing this to protect your heart, so you won't get hurt again. So in the end, you won't regret not doing anything. Courting them all has become your way to escape the pain. But the question is, how long can you keep this up? Is this really the way to find true happiness, or is it just a temporary fix for your wounded feelings? To understand why you thought of the plan to court them all, we need to look at what's behind it. The main reason is the fear of regret. That feeling of, I wish I had done it. I wish I had tried. Regret is like a ghost that always comes back to remind you of the opportunities you missed. You don't want to feel that regret again, thinking that if only you were faster or braver, the story would be different. So for you, it's better to try everything than to do nothing. Along with the fear of regret is intense jealousy. Jealousy isn't just envy. It's a complex emotion that comes with pain, anger, and a feeling of not being enough. When you see your crush happy with someone else, you can't help but compare yourself. What do they have that I don't? You ask. Jealousy pushes you to prove your worth. You want to show the world, and especially yourself, that you deserve to be loved too. That you can also get attention. Courting many people becomes your way to fill the emptiness you feel. And of course, there's also the desire to be special. All of us want to feel important to someone. We want to be the one. When you saw that someone else was already making your crush happy, that dream seemed to crumble. Being a second love or a second option feels like a consolation prize. It's not the grand prize you hoped for. So, by courting many people, it's like you're looking for a new contest where you can win. You're looking for someone who will tell you that you are the most special of all. These emotions, fear, jealousy, and the desire to be special, are very powerful. When combined, they can push you to make decisions you wouldn't normally make. Your plan to court them all isn't because you're a bad person. It's a reaction, a defense mechanism of your heart that has been hurt and is afraid of being hurt again. This is your way to regain control in a situation where you felt powerless. But the question is, will regaining control this way give you true peace? At first glance, your plan seems good, practical and strategic, but if we look closely, there are wrong aspects to courting many people at once, especially if your motive is just jealousy and fear. First of all, it's not fair to the people you're courting. Each of them has their own feelings and dreams. When you court them without really being serious about all of them, you're essentially using them as a bandage for the pain you're feeling. They become the cure for your wound. But what about them? Second, you're not just fooling them, but yourself too. True connection isn't built by having many options. It's built through sincerity and giving your full attention to one person. When you divide your time and emotions among many people, you won't build a deep connection with any of them. What you're doing is just acting. You pretend to be interested in each one, but deep down, all you're after is the validation you need. This isn't love, it's seeking security in the wrong way. Just imagine, what if one of them seriously falls for you? What if they hope that you're only courting them? When they find out the truth, they'll surely be hurt. And the pain they feel might be similar to the pain you felt initially. The cycle of pain will just continue. You, a victim of jealousy and pain, will also become the cause of pain for others. Isn't it sad to think that your way to heal is to hurt others, even if you don't mean to? In the end, courting many people out of fear is not a solution. It's just a distraction. You're running away from the real problem, facing your own insecurities and pain. Instead of healing the wound, you're just covering it with band-aids that don't really cure anything. Love shouldn't be a game where you have to win. It's a relationship that requires honesty, respect, and genuine care. Playing with other people's feelings will never be the right path to true happiness. Jealousy and regret are like heavy baggage you're carrying. With each passing day, it gets heavier. Jealousy becomes a poison that slowly destroys your self-confidence. You start to doubt your looks, your intelligence, your personality. Why wasn't I chosen? Is something missing in me? These questions keep running through your mind, and with each cycle your self-esteem decreases. You find it hard to see your good qualities because you're only focused on what you lack. Regret, on the other hand, is like a broken record playing over and over the scenes of, "I wish I had done." It brings back the opportunities you missed, and it gives you a feeling of hopelessness. Because of regret, you're afraid to try again. You're afraid that the past might just repeat itself, that you might just get hurt again. This weight affects not only your love life, but also other aspects of your life. You become shyer, less confident, and more negative in your outlook on things. The combination of jealousy and regret is bad for your mental health. It causes anxiety and stress. You find it hard to focus on studies or work because your mind is always busy with heart problems. Your interactions with other people also change. You might become more irritable or get angry more easily, or you might just choose to be alone because you don't want anyone to see you as weak. The weight you carry becomes an obstacle to being happy and connecting with the people who love you. Most importantly, jealousy and regret damage your ability to love truly. When you enter a new relationship carrying this baggage, you'll find it hard to trust. You might become more jealous or more possessive. You might look for qualities in your new partner that you lack, or you might constantly compare them to the past. These two emotions don't just hurt you, they also have the potential to hurt the people who will try to love you in the future. That's why it's important to face and heal them. The idea of being a first love is romantic, but it's not the measure of true love. The truth is, many of us won't be the first love of the person we'll love completely, and that's okay. The first step to being happy, even if you weren't first, is acceptance. Accept that your partner's past is part of who they are today. Their experiences, good or bad, shape them. You don't have to fight the past, you just need to respect it. Next, focus your attention on the present. What matters is what you have now. You are with them. You are the one they chose to love at this point in their life. Every day you spend together is an opportunity to create new memories. Memories that are just yours. Instead of thinking about who was first, think about how you can make your relationship today the most special. Love is not a race to see who crosses the finish line first. It's a journey you take together. An important reminder is not to compare yourself to their past. Everyone is unique. The love you can give is different from the love others have given. You have your own way of making someone happy, caring, and loving. Trust in your own worth. You are not a second best or a replacement. You are a new chapter, a new story. The love they give you now is for you, and it's not just a shadow of the past. When you learn not to compare yourself, you'll be freer and happier in your relationship. And most importantly, remember that being the last love is more meaningful than being the first love. The first love is often full of lessons and mistakes, but the last love, that's the one that's thought through, worked hard for and chosen, with a full heart and mind. That's the love that lasts. So instead of being sad that you weren't first, hope that you'll be the last, to be the one who will be with them until the end. Because in the end, it doesn't matter who started the story. What matters is who is there at the end of it. As our story ends, it's important to revisit what the true measure of love really is. It's not about who was first, who was better, or who won a competition. Love is not a game, it's a sacred connection based on respect, trust, and honesty. The first step to finding this kind of love is self-love. When you love yourself, you won't let jealousy or fear dictate your decisions. You know your worth, and you don't need validation from others to feel it. Respect for others is just as important as self-respect. Everyone has feelings. They are not objects you can use to fill your shortcomings or to escape your problems. When you enter a relationship, bring your full honesty. Be true to your intentions. If you're not ready yet, it's better to be honest about it than to give false hope and hurt someone who wants nothing more than to love you. Respect is the foundation of a strong and healthy relationship. Being true to your own feelings will set you free. If you're jealous, admit it. If you're scared, face it. Don't hide your emotions behind wrong strategies. Being vulnerable is not weakness, it's courage. When you're honest about how you feel, you'll understand yourself better and you'll find true healing more easily. The love you're looking for won't be found by playing games, you'll find it by being real. In the end, what matters most is the love you gave fully and honestly. It doesn't matter if you're someone's first, second, or 10th love. What matters is that during your time together, you are their world and they are yours. True connection isn't measured by numbers or order. It's measured by the depth of understanding, the warmth of care, and the honesty of a loving heart. So don't be afraid to love again. Don't be afraid to get hurt, because love, despite everything, is one of the most beautiful reasons to live.